Hello everyone, Sorceress here, bringing you a new type of video today. Usually I do news reports, well, update reviews, whatever, which I did. I think that was yesterday. But people ask me to do some guides sometimes, and even though I'm really not the best at doing these things, because I think I make scrappy teams and I just go in blindly in most stuff, I did look a little bit at Ultimecia's AI and tried to build something that would work. So I'm gonna go and make a quick little video for a clear on Ultimecia. It's not intended to be a budget clear. It is not intended. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's level 2. I already did level 1. And it's not intended to be a budget guide. It's not intended to be a guide for any specific tags. I'm gonna go back and do the FF8 mission another time. Like at first, I just want to get it clear, um, and I didn't really like build my team for all the specific tag missions. We're gonna go and look at the tag missions first. If in case you didn't know what tag missions you needed to do for her, so Ultimecia is here. You have to clear level 2. Well, there's also one mission for level 1, but most all the others are level 2. So Ultimecia level 2 with guardians, with light units, with flowers of the battlefield, and then 18 and 12 turns, the classic, and then with all FF8 units. But it's just for the emblem, but you want to do an FF8 team anyway to go and get all the pearls and all the fragments if you want to max out your Ultimecia. The level 1 quest is with Guardians, and it seems like I've already done it, so the team I've devised happens to also be Guardian, which is nice. I'm going to have some extra fragments. I didn't really plan for that. It just so happened. So if you're following this guide, you're going to get some more fragments too. So let's get into it. And now we're going to go and grab a friend that I built myself. Yes, that's right. This is my own unit on my alt account. It is a little bit cheating, I guess, but all things considered, I could just ask someone on Discord to build me one, and they would build me one that's much stronger than mine anyway. So I'm basically nerfing myself. So if you want to copy this team, it's very important that everyone stays in the very same slot that I put them in here, because there are some mechanics in the fight that will involve specific unit slots, a little bit like XDef. I think had something with his instant death attack that would be targeted to certain slots. So for this fight, she will dispel at at 80% and 50%. There's an HP. Well, there's no HP log, but there's a threshold when she reaches those HP thresholds, and she is going to simply dispel people in slots 2, 4, and 6. So here would be Ultimate Rain, Clive, and Ultimate Rain, the friend. And it's the same thing on 50% as well. So she's going to dispel these units, and after that, do a big AOE magic attack that cannot be covered. So I decided to put here the 2 Rains because they're mages, so having them dispelled, provided they survive. Well, if they get dispelled, they don't lose. They don't need to be imbued or anything, so they can still keep going and finish her off if ever she was close to dying. And Clive is actually there as support, I guess. It's just a filler unit. And I decided to take him because he can do a 200% fire imperil, because we're going with a fire team. Sadly, my Clive is only X1, so he doesn't have that 200% imperil, but it might be helpful if ever you are copying this this clear, and you have an EX2 or EX3 Clive, then by all means, it's going to be much better than what I am doing, so he's kind of more of a placeholder unit than anything. So I decided to give, in terms of espers, well, it's more for killers than anything. So here, Snufflinka is getting Ashura for killers. Lightning is getting Lakshmi for overkillers on human, because Ultimecia is a human, of course. Clive, who cares? And I gave Bahamut for all-around stats and a little bit killers on Rain here. And I gave Ifrit to the ultimate Rains because while I'm going to be using the 150 AoE Fire Amplify, if the fight goes a little longer, he is still going to have 150 Amplify for himself for an extra burst after to help close out the fight if we need. In terms of gear, Snavlinka, there's nothing really specific. So she has her STMR or her TMR, sorry, and the rest is just like high attack gear. So you just give her everything you can so that she has the very highest attack you can give her, and 300% LV damage and um, human killer, of course. Now for Rain, here, like really going overboard here, I went for 2 copies of this. You don't need to have 2 copies of this. Like just build him with as much magic as you can. He taps human killer without you even trying. And just build him for maximum magic. Once again, just high stats and LB damage and killers for human. Make sure he has Ifrit, as I said, for the amplify. Now here we have Lightning. Once again, nothing specific on Lightning. I gave her Dark Apocalypse because I'm expecting her to be the very highest DPS we have. And yeah, just as a high attack as you can give her. The chain cap as well, let's not forget. I gave also chain cap to Rain. Snublinka is needed because she has dual wielding. And yeah, so nothing specific on Lightning except giving her some human killer. And then the card, I gave her the Rebel card because she's on it and it's a nice feature. And here, Clive, I built him as an evade provoker. So basically, the new SBBs have been made so that evade is kind of useless because there's always a field reducing the evasion. However, with our friend Rain, we can remove that field eventually, which means that he can take the reins on provoking and evading those physical attacks she would be using a lot of. So if ever it comes to that, well, he'll be ready. I built him basically just for bulk. That's the only reason why he's there, like really just provoking and doing a big fire in peril if ever. Also, I guess he happened to be to be a guardian, but what I wanted him to be was mostly a world savior and sword master, so it would trigger the overdrives for our units. That's why I brought him. Just happened he was a guardian as well. And then here we have Rain, the Crimson Rain, built the very same in base and shift. I also built him for damage, so 300% human killer and max attack power. So yep, that's it. Nothing really special there either. And for the friend Rain, I just built him with the very best I had on my alt account. You like just the same as my own Rain, like max attack, max human killer, max LB damage, and as much magic as you can. You might want to try, instead of giving him Ifrit, you want to give him Lakshmi maybe for some overkiller. But we'll see if it works with what I currently have. Let's jump right into it. Also, I'm glad we're playing here with, usually I play without sound and I watch videos. But when I make a video, of course, it's much better with sound. So we can listen to the Extreme, which is the boss theme for Ultimecia. Very good song once again. I think I like a lot of music in FF8. I think it has a lot of great music, which is nice. Anywho, first turns, we're gonna start with Snublinka here. She's gonna do protect us against the physical attacks. Then she's going to apply her Imperil field. And then she's going to do the Imperil for me, because unfortunately, Clive is not going to be dealing the big Imperil. Clive on turn 1 is going to imbue everyone with fire. If you're not using Clive and you're using anybody else as a placeholder, the Rains can do it anyway, and they have more than enough actions to spare. Then he has a 4-stack Mirage here that I'm going to be using, because he's provoking, and then he's not going to be taking damage for a lot of the attacks. And then he's going to do a Sword Imperil at 50%. First Rain here, we're going to have him cast his Field, then Elemental Resist, and then Break for Great Swords and Rods. Rain here is going to Shelga. He's going to provoke for some mitigations and then big breaks. Lightning doesn't really have anything to do, so she can take care of filling the LB gauge for everybody who can't fill it themselves. She's only X1, so she needs to fill it for herself as well. And the other Rain can go and cast Killers on Lightning, because we're going to be bursting on turn 3. I guess he can cast this as well, because... And stat buff as well on Lightning. There we go. So now she's going to do a bunch of attacks, physical attacks, which should be going to Clive, yep. And, yeah, here we go. There's a mana drain as well, because those SBBs also have those now as well. Pesky MP drain. It wasn't too bad because we broke her attack and magic by 88% with Rain. But if you are having trouble with it, by all means, you can change a little bit of gear on your units to give them some MP recovery gear, or more spirit, so they take less MP damage. Now with Snovlinka, we're going to do a little setup. So LB damage buff, she's only EX1, so that's only the 400%. Her LB mod buff, and the 200% amplify for herself, and lightning. Clive here is going to, well, I guess prepare to burst along with the team. And he can also cast Mirage again. Rain is getting ready, so he's going to cast 500% LB damage buff, Mud buff, 150 amplify. What else? How about a 600% stat buff for himself? Here, Rain is going to prepare for a burst as well, so 500% LB damage buff, his LB mud buff, and we're gonna Omni cover just in case. Now Lightning is gonna set up as well, just the same as everybody else. I'm not gonna repeat it again. And she does the big 90% break after. And finally here, oh, I guess I could use my field right away to remove the evasion problem. Here we go. And now he's going to prepare as well. Sadly, only EX1. He doesn't need to do these. Well, there's literally nothing else, so let's just have him triple cast and Faraga, LB buff, Mud buff, and let's go. So now a little bit of magic damage, but it's all immune by our incredible Rain. And yeah, I have 0 MP on everyone, so hopefully she either dies here or well, we can refill the LB gauge quick enough. So let's go and cast the Overdrive on Lightning. Sadly, it will not do anything for Snovlinka, but Snovlinka's Overdrive is for Sword Masters, and she's at 9. So Clive is going to take care of that with his little placeholder. Here you go. You can cast it now. And already cast Rains, so we can just go ahead and cast all the LBs. Shift Rain. Go and use a shifted LB. Get everyone going. Here you go. So what we want to do is send the Rains, wait 1 second, send everybody else together. So like this. Well, my Rain missed, so we might have to restart. Never mind. Wow, she be squishy compared to the others before. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Well, that's it for a guide video on something you probably didn't need after all. enjoy the easy fight. Let's go and look at the damage breakdown. Oh yeah. Wow. I mean, even the Rains did really well, and let's not really look at him because he couldn't chain. Clive, well, he wasn't there for damage. So yeah, the Rains really did a lot of damage. I wasn't expecting them to be that high compared to Lightning, since they're only EX1, but pretty good. And here we go. So that was all missions except the FF8 units only, which I will be working on in the next few days, and if ever I reach something that works, I might record it. Knowing me, I'm a lazy boy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find like an autoplay, an auto battle thing that I can do and just let it do its work for a day or two until it's finally done. And I'll report back and just, show a couple of turns, hoping it works for you guys as well. So thank you for tuning in, and see you guys next time. Bye.